Welcome to Get Your FRQ On. This question is from 2006, Calculus AB. It is question 6 and it is not calculator active. In the question stem, we are given a twice differentiable function f of x and 3 pieces of information, and only 3 pieces of information. We are given f of 0, f prime of 0, and f double prime of 0, and that is all. In part A of the question, we define a new function g of x, which is equal to e to the ax plus f of x. And we are tasked with finding g prime of 0 and g double prime of 0, all in terms of a. We can use differentiation techniques to determine a rule for g prime of x. That would just be a times e to the ax plus f prime of x. And if we want to find g prime of 0, we substitute in 0 for x, and f prime of 0 in for f prime of x. And in the question stem, we are given that f prime of 0 is equal to -4. So g prime of 0 is a times e to the 0 plus f prime of 0, but e to the 0 is 1, and 1 times a is a. F prime of 0 is -4, so g prime of 0 in terms of a is just a minus 4. G double prime of x, if we differentiate again, we get a squared e to the ax plus f double prime of x. And if we want to find g double prime of 0, we need to know f double prime of 0, which we are given in the question stem, that is 3. And then we substitute x equals 0 in again. G double prime of 0 is going to be a squared times e to the 0 plus f double prime of 0, which is just going to be a squared plus 3. In part B of this question, we define h of x to be the cosine of kx times f of x, and we are asked to write the equation for the tangent line to h at x equals 0. In order to find the equation for the tangent line of h at x equals 0, we need to know the derivative of h at x equals 0, so we need to differentiate h. By using the product and the chain rules, h prime of x is negative k times the sine of kx times f of x plus f prime of x times cosine of kx. From the question stem, we know that f of 0 is 2 and f prime of 0 is -4. All right, so we can substitute that information in. So h of 0 is 2 times the cosine of 0, which is 2, because cosine of 0 is 1. And h prime of 0 is negative k times the sine of 0 times 2 minus 4 times the cosine of 0. That simplifies to -4. So we have x equals 0, y equals 2, and slope of -4. So the equation for the tangent line to h at x equals 0 is y minus 2 equals -4 times x minus 0. And since the x-coordinate is 0, there's a handful of different ways you can write this. I always use point-slope form for these types of questions because it's typically the easiest one to write based on the information you're going to have. And since it generally doesn't matter which equation you write unless specified, you get this equation, you're done, usually.